Apple right now, though, trading right in the middle of this whole technical cluster here. You got a bottom Bollinger Band, which is going to be support. If Apple comes out and says, yep, we're not going to be able to sell as many iPhones and this and that and the other thing, and the new iPad is going to have a personal mister feature in it, so that if you get too hot while you're cruising on the internet, it'll try to cool you down. That's what we're going to do to make it better. That's going to be bad news, and it's going to come down and bounce off that 136. Write it down, and if it breaks below it, let's say it opens at 132, it'll close the day at 136 after that the day after the earnings announcement. That's just the way this type of technical plays, and because I know them, I can tell you that. If, however, they come out and say everything is great, it's going to go up, maybe touch up on the 200-day if it gets up there. Notice it's been to the 200 days, so the market won't be surprised by it seeing that. And then it's going to reverse right back down here, and you'll see it trade to its 20-day, the trader's trend line. Why is that trend line so important? The traders are the ones that have their heartbeat on the market, and they figured out what the market's value of the stock is better than anybody that's holding on to it because of the 200-day moving average. That's the investors up there. So that's a breakdown of how I'd sit here and look at this and say, do I want to trade Apple ahead of earnings based on, or even after earnings? And here's the after earnings trade on Apple. 136, it pops back up. And if this happens, you got the record button pushed, Brandon?
We're ready to go.
Here's it. They come out, they disappoint. Hits 136, trades up to 140, maybe 142, doesn't touch or if it does touch the 20-day moving average, reverses, and then that elusive 125 that Mark Sebastian and I have been looking for is within the next 4 weeks or so on Apple. That will shake up the market too as well. You'll see the cubes drop just because it's such a large part of the cubes, but that will start to play hell on everything from the election expectations to everybody expecting a bounce in October, which I typically do.